Hello everyone, this is Son of Winter. Welcome to my new season on love stories. 刻在你心底的名字和故事。Okay, last week I shared a story in Mandarin about a girl who destroyed her relationship in her own hands by embarrassing her boyfriend in front of everyone. Through that, she lost her true love and regretted. Now, today I will share a story which is very short of a friend of mine. So I did not know this person. I do not know who he is. Alright, so the story starts in this way. Okay, so both of them know for a long time. So before they get attached, they were friends. So they know each other through common friends, through a gathering. So let me give a name to them, but not the real name. Peter and John. Alright. Yes, they will gay. Yes, LGBT. Okay. So Peter, alright, and John knew each other through a common friend birthday gathering. So Peter was very interested in John and decided to chase after him. So they exchanged contact and they were friends at first. So after a while they attached and decided to live together. Wow. So they decided to stay together and had a rather romantic time, or should I say honeymoon season in the beginning. So everything went fine. Okay, they spent time together, they cook together, they travel together, they explore new places together and found common interests such as going to gym, learning new interests like making pottery and cooking. Okay, so everything seems to be fine. So their sexual intimacy relationship was also good. They had very good time together. And then but something went wrong after maybe about 4 to 5 months. So honeymoon period doesn't last forever. It will come to an end. What's most important in a relationship is what happened after that. So they there were some disagreements, okay, over various issues. Alright. Okay, so when you are in a honeymoon season, all these weaknesses and differences were not obvious. They became more and more obvious, especially if you get to stay with someone together. You will see this person in and out. That's when you must learn to accept. But if you cannot accept, that relationship will end. Alright, so this guy Peter was not very pleased with John complaining. Yeah, he couldn't stand him complaining and pointing out his mistake, asking to improve on this and that. So what happened is that Peter actually started to know other guys. Okay, so this Peter, who was the one who chased after John, was the same person who betrayed him. So he went to meet other guys and had sexual intimacy with many of them. Okay, so so he had actually and when he had sex with them, he didn't wear condom. Alright, and he always engaged in raw sex. Okay, so this very dangerous. So my advice to my listener is please wear protection to prevent yourself getting HIV or STI. And true enough, this Peter was infected with HIV. Okay, so but then although Peter and John had this agreement, they still continue to have sex and without any protection. Okay, so soon later, John didn't know that Peter was betraying him until the day that one day when John went out. So Peter thought that John is going out and will not return so early. Later did he realize that John came back early and saw a man on the bed. Yeah, the same bed that they sleep together. So he caught them red-handed. Yeah, and they have a heated argument about it. Okay, so John decided to break up with Peter because of that. It was an absolute betrayal. But then, what happened next is worse. So John began to feel discomfort. He felt he had fever, but he did not realize why. And he got lymph node. So he went to do a checkup because he engaged in raw sex with Peter, right? So it's important for a regular checkup. And discovered to his horror, he was infected with HIV. So he informed Peter about it. But Peter denied. Instead of Peter apologizing to John, John actually told Peter that, hey, who knows, you might be sleeping with other people. What makes you so sure that I'm the one who infected you? John was so angry, but before John reacted, Peter beat him up and said, yeah, really beat him up, slap him or beat him to tell him that, yeah, don't bother me anymore. Yeah, so I think that's where it is. So, I mean, even if John reported this against Peter, there's no point. It cannot reverse the fact that he's now HIV infected. So he's become a HIV positive patient and he has to go for regular checkup and regular medication to control the virus. Yeah, so it is a very sad story because the lesson learned from this is that even with someone you thought you can trust, he or she may not be that trustworthy. You never know whether him or her will betray you. And the worst thing is not just the betrayal. Okay, if you betray you, just break up and move on. But you see, he leaves something behind for you, HIV. So my advice is stay faithful. But if you cannot trust him or her, then wear a protection. It may not prevent STI lah, but it can prevent HIV. So that's it for my story. It's a very tragic love story lah. So I hope you enjoyed it though. Thank you. And please remember to subscribe to my channel for more updated story. I hope the next one will be a nicer one. Not so sad one. Bye bye.